I tell you, like, the PlayStation brand has been a gift and a curse to me. I've been so spoiled with Sony has spoiled me with the PlayStation 1 and PlayStation 2. Just an amazing consoles, two amazing consoles at the same time, and it's not amazing. The PlayStation 1, the PlayStation 2, or PlayStation 2 with the fact is not amazing to me just because it sold so many copies. You know, the average or today's Sony fanboy would tell you that the PlayStation 2 is the greatest because it sold so many copies. It's outsold the competition. For me, is that it just dropped so many games compared to the other that I wanted to play compared to the other competition. That was the reason why I loved the PlayStation 1 and PlayStation 2 brand. I remember back in the day, my main battle with the Xbox fan base when the Xbox originally first came out, and it had the better graphics than the PlayStation 2 or PlayStation 1. I mean, in its era, PlayStation always had somebody in its rivalry that had a better graphics, and those type of things just didn't matter to me. It was always about the games. But one of the main arguments that I love to use against the Xbox fan base at that time, I really despised Xbox. It wasn't nothing to do with the fans or anything. They didn't have any games that catered to my needs. And the Xbox was more of the death of gaming that we have today. I think each iteration they just keep trying to kill gaming off. You know, first with the Xbox it was shiny graphics, and they watered down RPGs by making the Fable. I know some of you like your Fables, but I really think that's the most watered down RPG of my whole life. It's catered to that, you know, Call of Duty fanboy. And they also, I know I'm rambling, but listen up, I have a point that I want to make. And then with the Xbox 360, it was charged to play online, and it was charged to use Netflix. And then this iteration, they tried to use the DRM type thing. And you know, each iteration, they just tried to just attack the gamers. So it's one of the reasons why I can never be an Xbox fanboy. But one of my main reasons that I love the PlayStation brand was because of backwards compatibility. I love the backwards. You know, I had a PlayStation 2, ladies and gentlemen. The golden years. I was in high school. You know what I mean? I was banging broads. Oh man, those are the golden years. I tell you, we were banging all types of broads in high school. Oh man, we would take the chicks to our house. Check it out. We would play. We had a DVD player on that mother sucker. You know what I'm saying? We would have, you know, the ladies. You know, ladies didn't want to see us play the game all the time, playing the Maddens and the Street Fighters. You know, okay, it's cool. I'll put in the DVD movie for you, whatever. We'll watch some Martin or something funny. You know what I'm saying? Oh man, the golden days, man, the golden days. Now you can get that same effect by watching Netflix on your PlayStation 3. Well, you know, listen, I'm going off task. But anyway, the backwards compatibility was the greatest. Now we're living in an era where the PlayStation 3 was going to bring us that, but due to the poor sales of the PlayStation 3, abysmal sales, they had to start cutting features. I don't understand how a console becomes better when you start cutting features. I thought a console gets better when you start adding features. They started cutting features, and they cut. That was the day I literally just said, screw Sony. You know, the $599 price tag was the first strike, and when they cut the backwards compatibility, it really just grinded my gears, you know? It just took it away. And that was one of my main arguments back in the day. I used to always use that argument. Like, we got backwards compatibility. We can play PlayStation 1 games, we can play PS2 games, and we can watch DVDs. And it was awesome. It was great. Now we're in the PlayStation 4. No backwards compatibility. And now you're going to be able to nickel and dime the consumer with mediocrity. The funniest thing I heard the other day on Facebook, I don't really go on Facebook, but when I went on Facebook, you could tell it was a long time ago because Tomb Raider came out HD, an HD version of an, you know, the funniest comment I heard was Neil GameSpot, and this dude purchased a copy of Tomb Raider, the definitive edition. You know what I'm saying? And the dude was hyped. You know, like, oh yeah, man, this game looks great. Oh my God, it's amazing. The graphics, woo! You know what I mean? And then the thing part was like, why would you buy an HD, pay full price for an HD version that is already HD? That was the funniest thing I've heard in a long time. Like, are you that stupid? You pay full price, 50 bucks, even if it wasn't full price, 50 bucks for an HD version that's already HD and it came out months ago. It's already in my local bargain bin at my local GameStop. And you're hyping it up because it gets 1080p, 60 frames per second. I mean, the modern day gamer is a complete asshole. He has lost his mind. If we had backwards compatibility, these type of nickel and diamond tactics would not be going on right now. How far in the hole, Sony, are you to take away? Now, by all means, you take a PlayStation 2 classic, shiny up the graphics, repackage it for me, 40 bucks. By all means, that is dope. That means the game can just live on forever. I was telling my sister, like, you know, this HD era, like, some people can't go back and play old PlayStation 1 games. I know the kids can. I can, and I love them. But I know the kids nowadays, they're going to be like, I can't go back and play that. This game looks terrible. They look clunky, and, you know, you go back and play an old Resident Evil 1, which I would love. I'll play Resident Evil 1. You listen, I'm off task. But you take that, shiny up the graphics for me, you know, you put in the hard work, remaster the music like Final Fantasy, and then, not even that, you know, we'll get the Kingdom Hearts 1, 1.5, we'll get Kingdom Hearts 1, and we'll get 2, you know, Game Boy games, you know, that comes with it, or the Final Fantasy X, 10-2, and then, bam, drop that on you, 10 bucks. By all means, I'm going to go out there and support that. They need to do a Persona 3, Persona 4. Or not even a Persona 3, Persona 4. Persona 4 Golden. Put that on the PS3. We need that. And I'll pay the 40 bucks. But for me to pay full price, when you can just put backwards compatibility for 1080p, 60 frames per second, for a game that I've already beaten months ago, if not a year ago, is a complete embarrassment. I will not stand for it. But I didn't get a chance to play Last of Us on the PlayStation 3. Well, go out and purchase a PlayStation 3. It's cheap. Go out and get The Last of Us at GameStop. It's cheap. And enjoy. It's the same thing. When you get it for the PlayStation 4 version, it looks amazing on the PlayStation 3 version. How more amazing is it going to look on the PlayStation 4 version? I'm telling you, Cool Nerds, I've been spoiled. You're right. All the Sony fanboys in the comment section, you're right. We're never going to get those days back. There's no need for you to complain, Zobi70, because we're never going to get those days back. You're right. You're 100% right. And that kills me inside.